All right, guys, we are here. We are ready for game number 2. A little adjustments on some audio. If there's any audio issues, please let me know. Alcantara on the mound, 186 ERA on the season, but 0-1. He's pitched in 3 games. Opponents hitting .211 against them, but has not been able to get in the win column. Features 3 main pitches. Fastball 52% of the time. I'm going to throw around 150. Forked ball 32% of the time. Welcome, Red Sandy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. And the first pitch underway. Daejeon looking at. Let me get my stuff all reset up here. Sorry. I'm redoing all my audio and swings through that one. That's going to make it 1-1. All right. Again, Hanwha is still looking for first win in a while, as they are currently in a 4-game losing streak and have gone from first place all the way down, tied for 5th as Daejeon fouls that one out of play. So a couple things for Hanwha. Can they beat an ace? They haven't shown that they've really been able to so far this year. And that's way up high. Ball 2. So they have won games against aces, but they haven't won against aces. As, you know, Cuevas pitched well, but they ended up winning that game, but didn't give Cuevas a loss and only scored 2 against him as the ball boy jumps out of the way, and it's still going to be 2-2. 맞아요. All right, Daejeon, the 2-2 pitch coming up from Alcantara, and that's right down the middle for a strike. And yeah, 150 on the gun, right down the middle. Not even close. I'm still attempting to fix my audio here. We'll see if this works. Do we have? All right. Peraza stepping in. Hitless in yesterday's game, but did get on base. So that's a plus for him. No, I didn't fix the delay at all. And the 1-0 pitch to Peraza, swinging at a pitch. So I actually, I have, if you notice, I have headphones on, but I also have earphones to listen to the audio I give you guys, and another one to watch the video that I ran a 5-meter cable from my living room in here. So that's going to be ball 2 outside, but it works for now. We'll take it. Again, if you guys have audio issues, please let me know, because, again, I'm hearing 2 different audios. So, and Peraza swings at that one, makes it 2-2. So, again, Peraza, he is going to strike out a little bit, but you know, that's okay. He's still hitting .415 on the season. As he looks at that low, that's going to bring the counts full 3-2. The first full counts. Love to see it early in this game. And the 3-2 pitch coming in from the stretch. And that's going to be low. Ball 4. Take your base, sir. And he is on safely again to continue his streak in the KBO at every game he's been in. So, you guys may lose audio just briefly here. I'll wait to the middle of an at-bat where I can change things a little bit better. All right, No Shiwan, he's moved up into the 3-hole. And again, I would like him in the 3-hole or Peraza in the 3-hole. I like Peraza in the 2-hole, as long as he has somebody directly behind him as No Shiwan looks at strike one. They're moving the lineup around a little bit. I don't know how, not really changing a lot. One thing I will notice, and I'll talk about it whenever he comes up, I'm a little surprised at this, is No Shiwan looks at strike two, another one down the middle at 148. No Shiwan average up to 245, did not play well yesterday. 0 for 5 yesterday with 2 groundouts, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. He's got to hit. Obviously, you have to have your middle of your order as he bounces that one in the dirt, and that's going to be 1 and 2. I'm going to try to fix this real quick. Nothing. Vote early, vote often on votes that you can't actually vote on. All right, the 1-2 pitch coming up here. Pitch number 16 already, and that's low, ball 2, and we've got ourselves a 2-0 count, or 2-2 count. And once again, the 2-2 pitch to No Shiwan, standing on the right side in their road grays for the day. And that's inside, a peel down to first, and he did not go around, and that's going to be another full count. The second full count. And again, I love seeing that pitch count fly up in the air. Just get these guys. They're 100 pitches is about where they're going to throw. Even the foreigners, 80 for most of the. Welcome, thank you, sir, thank you. And that's outside, ball 4, and we've got runners at first and second, 1 out for Daejeon. I think I can actually turn your guys' internet sound on now. I believe so. I'm almost positive. You guys can actually hear me speaking Korean. You got your number you got your number 4 hitter, first and second with 1 out. Obviously, Hanwha has got to be thinking bunts because that's his favorite thing to do, but hopefully they don't, as Daejeon does hit fairly well. First and second this year, he's 3 for 5 with a home run, a 1.2 slug on base plus slugging percentage. So obviously you're not gonna bunt here, but as he swings and fouls that one, and that's gonna make it 0-2 as it bounces off the net and falls into the dugout or the bullpens over on the first base side, way inside. Yang E.G. behind the plates once again in his big, gigantic sunglasses. Daejeon, the 0-2 pitch. Again, runners in scoring position, and Hanwha has really struggled, and he swings at a pitch above his eyes for strike 2. Or strike 3, sorry. So, a walk. A strikeout, 2 walks, and then a 3-pitch strikeout at a pitch at his eyes. Yeah. All right, that's going to bring up An Chi-hong stepping in again. Hanwha, runners in scoring position, and strikeouts. A very, very prominent thing. An Chi-hong offers at it, but doesn't go. Daejeon hit 255 on the season, 13 for 51. Does have 1 homer. Excellent idea. Excellent idea, Dave. All right, An Chi-hong, and looks at strike one in there. 1-1. I've got to send out some messages, let others know I am live and streaming. And the 1-1 pitch. See, rocks, looks at second base and bounces that one in the dirt. That's going to bring it to 2-1. Let's see. All right, the 2-1 pitch, 2 outs, runners on first and second. An Chi-hong, the number 5 batter, and he crushes that one. Left fielder giving chase up against the wall and off the top of the wall. That's going to score at least one. And No Shiwan coming around as the shortstop drops the ball, and No Shiwan in there as An Chi-hong has a 2-out, 2 RBI double to put Hanwha up 2-0. There we go, An Chi-hong. All right. Quickly ahead 2-0 Hanwha. And that's going to bring up Moon Hyun-bin, moved from the top, from the second, now down to the 6th as he looks at strike one. Moving him around, taking some pressure off of him. 네, 거의 조금 더. So it hit the top of the fence. What those of you that can't see at home, as Moon Hyun-bin looks at ball one, it hit the top of the fence, but the top of the fence has some padding, and then just behind the top of the fence and up a little bit more is the actual yellow line for a home run in Jamshil. But he hit the top of the padding and it bounced down. And the 1-1 pitch just misses low. That's going to be ball 2. And just a sec, got to send out. And the 2-1 pitch catches the outside. That's going to make it 2-2 to Moon Hyun-bin. And just a second, and I will be right back. And the 2-2, that's slapped right to the shortstop. Scoops it, throws to first, and that's going to be 3 away, but not before Hanwha is able to score 2 runs and take the lead 2-0 on the An Chi-hong double, but stranded at second base. And just a sec, I am almost done. Yeah, I think he turns 20 next week or the week after. He turns 20 in sometime here in April. So Moon Dong-ju on the bump. All right. We are back here. The bottom of the first. No outs. Moon Dong-ju on the bump. 1-0 on the season. 2 games, 10 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opponents hitting 364 against him. Not great. He's given up 6 runs, 6 earned runs. Ryu Hyun-jin looking on at Moon Dong-ju as he warms up in the dugout. They're down 2 off of 1 hit. So Moon Dong-ju, 4 pitches, but mainly 3. Fastball, 54% of the time, about 149. Curveball, 120, 20% of the time. Slider, 18% of the time, 135. He will throw a changeup a couple times per game. Only averages 8% of his pitches. So, again, he's going to throw around 80 to 90 pitches, roughly around there. But Jung Soo-bin leading things off for the Doosan Bears. And first pitch, Moon Dong-ju catches the outside. 1 strike. 1 pitch. Yeah, they'll stay as. And that's a chopper up the middle. Lee Do-yoon over, tries to grab it, but can't get it out of his glove. And that's going to be a leadoff. I'm going to guess they're going to give him a hit because the KBO gives everybody a hit. It's like the participation award for batters. You get a hit, you get a hit, you get a hit. Any sort of movement by the for Hanwha has Moon Dong-ju as man on the bump today. He definitely has some MLB talent. He's going to throw 195 to 100. He's still only 20 and checks over at first. Ha Kyung-min in, hitting 352 on the season. 19 for 54. Yesterday's game, 1 for 3 with a walk. Oh, sorry, nope, that's not him. Yes, 1 for 3 with a walk. Single, strikeouts, and a line out. Looks at ball 1, 1-0. All right, the 1-0 pitch. And Lee-Jae-won checks over it. Jung Soo-bin as we've got strike 1. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, as soon as I would display it, it would instantly get taken down because it matches the audio from my stream with the audio of the TVing stream. And that's a single into right, and they've got first and second, nobody out. And the most dangerous catcher in the league, Yang Yi-ji, coming up. And it is a very, very rough starts for Hanwha. I really wish I knew I couldn't hear any audio. Yeah, American guy watching KBO, but I actually live in Korea, so I have a little bit of an excuse. All right, sounds good. Double play. I like where your head's at, Brian. And that's way up. Ball 1. Moon Dong-ju in 4 games last year against Doosan. He was 1-1 with a 1.19 ERA. So he pitched well against Doosan. Pitched okay in Jamshil as Yang Yi-ji pops that. Chae Sung gives chase, but just out of play. And that's going to make it 1-1. Again, for those of 제가 대전에 살아요. And here we go. The 1-1 pitch. And that is a souvenir for the fans in left field. Well, the good thing is Doosan doesn't have any runners on base anymore. Unfortunately, they are all in the dugouts. 아니요, 유창하지 않아요. Yay! Yay! Yeah. Again, Yang Yi is, and he is honestly where I say Hanwha hit into a. So in 2018, Hanwha made the playoffs. Believe it or not, Hanwha made the playoffs in 2018 as Kim Jae-won steps in, looks at ball one. So in 2018, Hanwha made the playoffs for the first time in 11 years. One of their weakest points was catcher. Now, that happened to be at the end of 2018 as that ball bounces in the dirt. In 2018, at the end of 2018, Yang Yi became a free agent. Hanwha's current catcher, Choi Jae-hoon, they used to be the backup at Doosan. So Hanwha had a chance, as Moon Dong-ju gets strike one in there, had a chance to sign Yang Yi in the offseason. But instead, they went with Choi Jae-hoon. And from there, Hanwha has been awful as Chano gives chase, slams up against the foul fencing, but not anywhere close to catching that ball. But it's going to make it 2-2. As Kim Jae-won gets his bats back, 2-2. The pitch coming up. All right, here it is. Kim Jae-won, 3-2, had the 3-run shot yesterday to put Doosan ahead. And that's another single up the middle. And they have had 4 men come to the plate and 4 men hang out at first base for a brief second. Not good, not good, not good. I just want to play an out button. I just want to play an out button. Can we have some out music? That's all I want. Young Sung Han stepping in with his 182 average and bounces that one, and that is ball 1. Oh, Hanwha still once again looking for their first out as that curveball gets in there. 120 and a beautiful strike. 1-1. Where's my picture? Where's my picture? And 2-1. There we go. And the 2-1 pitch just gets a piece of that and fouls it back. 2-2. Can we get a strikeout here? Everybody wants to see a strikeout. That's right. And that's bounced. He's going to go to seconds. And it's going to be a ball 3, full counts. Runner on second. My problem is Hanwha's bullpen is just not very good. They took their best bullpen pitcher, and that one's crushed foul. That's a line shot up against the concrete. So Hanwha, the biggest problem for Hanwha is their bullpen is so weak, and they took their best bullpen pitcher and moved him into the closer role, which is great because that's where he needs to be closing games. But the problem is now Hanwha can't get to a closing situation because their best pitcher is now their closer. And the 3-2 fouled, and that's going to line up again. Moon Dong-ju already thrown 20 pitches this game. Yeah, if I was over 10.5, yeah, that's Sam's like a pretty good. But the one thing is Alcantara is pitching for Doosan, and he doesn't give up a lot of runs. And that's going to be ball 4. 5 runners come to bat, and 5 runners reach safely. And Hanwha still looking for their first out of the game. I've seen worse, Kiwi. I've seen worse, Nick. Nick, did you get signed up for the Fan Fest national anthem singing? Oh, are we going to get a bunt? Oh, thank you, Doosan. Thank you for bunting. Hanwha is going to get their first outs because Doosan is bunting. And bunting is stupid. You have first and second, nobody out. You've already scored 3 runs. The guy just walked somebody. He's thrown 21 pitches and you bunt? Like, thanks. Nope, pulls it back, swings. That's a chopper to third. He's going to go to second. And 1 out, ladies and gentlemen. Hanwha has got an out. Let us celebrate the occasion, shall we? Thank you, Kong Sung Ho, for the 4 putouts, moving the runner over and beating out the non-throw. And he's got to feel awful being the only Doosan player not to get on base safely. Oh. All right, here we go. Got 1 out. How about a double play here? As we got a 0-0 count. Batter Park Jun-young as he misses badly with that. Welcome back. Park Jun-young, a home run, a strikeout, and a walk yesterday. 1 for 3. And his home run was crushed. And just misses on that. It looked like it caught the bottom. Oh no, I'm a Hanwha season ticket holder. So I don't know as swings through that, and that's 2-1. Yeah, I go to all the Hanwha home games. Those are all my Hanwha signed balls and all of that stuff. So I am unfortunately an Eagles fan. I deal with the misery. And the 2-1 pitch way up high. That's going to be ball 3. Another 3-ball count here. Come on now, Moon Dong-ju. Pitch number 27. And that's in there for a strike. And we've got another full counts for Moon Dong-ju. 3-2, 1 out. Park Jun-young did have 2 full counts yesterday. Walked in his first one and then popped up to the first baseman in foul territory. So one of those we want, one of those we do not. And that is fouled down the first baseline. As Moon Dong-ju is quickly running out of everything right here. I wouldn't say super fan. Super fan, stupid fan, one of the two. All right, the 3-2 pitch. And checks over its first. And Kang Sung-ho back in. They have a good long reliever in Lee Tae-young. They have a good closer in Ju Hyun-sung. And the rest of it's depending on what day it is. It also doesn't help that as the 3-2 pitch, and that's chopped foul down the third baseline, slams up against the dugouts, or the bullpen, which is interesting that nobody is in the bullpen for Hanwha yet. Moon Dong-ju is now getting ready to throw pitch number 30, but there's nobody in the Hanwha dugouts or Hanwha bullpen warming up. The relief pitchers, some of them good, some of them really not good. And that 3-2 pitch coming up, and that's outside. Ball 4, another runner on base for so now we've got the bases loaded. But don't worry, Hanwha's manager's got it all figured out. He's going to tire out the Doosan players by making them run around so much that they're going to be too tired to play the rest of the game and forfeit. That's what's it's genius managing is all I can think of by the guy in the dugout. 31 pitches now and nobody in the dugout or the bullpen warming up. Ball 1 in the dirt. And that is a single that's going to score at least 1. Sends him home. Not even going to challenge him. And that is 2 more runs for the original team in Daejeon. And we still got 1 out. Swoz, do you really want to know why he's so bad? And do you want to know how he has the game? Or how he has his job? Welcome, Owen. So, the GM for Hanwha, his wife is married to the cousin of the manager. So the manager is very good friends and was in the wedding of the GM. That's why he's in the dugout instead of me. Okay, here we go. An 0-0 pitch. Doosan with 5 runs and only 1 out. Ju Soo-hang puts down the bunts, but bunts it foul. would be fantastic for me to apply, but I unfortunately just know the game. I don't have any connections. He was the second league. So in 2020, when Hanwha tied the league record for most losses in a row with 18, he was the second league manager and came up as that is skied under its Chano, running forward and makes the catch, and that is 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen. 2 outs. So in 2020, when Hanwha tied the league record for most losses with 18 straight losses, he was the second league coach and came up middle of the losing streak, continued the losing streak. But then the following year, they signed Subaru, and he went back to the second league. And the second league, as I'll continue in just a second here, as Jung Soo-bin is up again for the second time this inning. So he went back down to the second league, was the coach there, and in 2022, when Hanwha, as that's way up high, ball two, as Hanwha ended up doing really well in the second league and winning the second league. Why? Well, because and so they've got Wang Jun-saw up in the bullpen, which means he won't be starting tomorrow, which means Ryu Hyun-jin should be on the mound tomorrow. But he did really well in the second league, but he's doing well in the second league with first league players. Came up, they fired Subaru after winning 4 games in a row, so they fired him. And brought up this guy. Apparently it's 1-2 and not 2-1, and that's a foul ball. Just on the right side of the first base bag. So they fired Subaru after winning. He wins 4 straight games. They fire him and bring up this guy from the second league. And Hanwha does play better, but they also got a actual second foreign pitcher. They had their closer come back. They had a new foreign bats. So they had a lot of things happen that made them to be able to be better, as Jung Soo-bin flips that and cuts 3 outs, and Hanwha finally gets out of the inning, but not after giving up 5 runs. And I've got to update some hits here for... They have 3 hits or 4? 3 hits or 5 hits. So, yep. Welcome, Chasen. KT just has too good of an offense to not do well. They can score too many runs. My pick was KT to win it all. So if KT ends up finishing last, man, do I look like an idiot. I would probably be a KT fan if I wasn't a Hanwha fan. KT, I have KT internet, I have a KT phone, I have KT TV, I have KT. Their first year was my first full year in Korea. So my first year, I moved here in 2014, and KT's first year was in 2015. So I wouldn't worry too much about KT. Clear all this stuff out. Why is it saying first inning? We know it's not the first inning. I'm afraid to push the button. All right, I guess I got to push the button. No. I am not military. All right, Lee Jin Young leading things off. This is where Hanwha has to get at least 1 or 2 runs, with Alcantara not having the best first inning, and then Hanwha, being out there for so long, they've got to score at least 1, preferably 2 runs here to take away a little bit of that momentum. Yeah. As Lee Jin-young looks at ball 2 on the inside. So Lee Jin-young just came back. I was talking about this earlier. I'm surprised actually that Lee Jin-young is starting, as he's a righty facing against Alcantara, who's a righty, as he looks at strike 2, 149 on the inside corner. But they do have Im Jong-chan, who also plays a very good center field, and who's left-handed. So I'm just a little surprised at this, as that's misses just outside, and we've got another full count. This is the 3rd full count that Alcantara has already thrown. You cannot stream the games anymore. They don't allow it. So that's why I'm doing the play-by-play. Is Lee Jin-young fouls, that's backing out of play, keeps the count at 3-2. This year, a new company bought the internet and mobile rights. Nobody bought international rights, which is why you can't stream anymore. So, and the 3-2 pitch and catches the inside, and that's going to be another strikeout looking on 150-mile-an-hour strike on the inside corner. Yep. Only people in Korea. And on top of that, in order to watch in Korea, currently you can watch on like TV or something like that. But in order to stream internet and mobile, you actually have to pay starting next month. As first pitch swinging for Lee Jae-won, and that's a ground out 6-4 or 6-3, and that is quickly 2 away. Wow. That was quick. I didn't even get to see it. First pitch swinging. He's still looking for his first hit on the season. And that's going to bring up Lee Do-yoon, everybody's favorite. And looks at strike 1 down the middle. Way outside, ball 1. I am bringing you live play-by-play, so unfortunately we can't. So different. I don't even teach at a real school. I teach at a private academy. So the schooling is so much different. Nick, do you teach here? And the 1-2 pitch. Foul out of play down the third base. We'll say that's kind of behind in the infield. So I actually teach. I'm the head of my school, so I don't teach too much. Let me rephrase that. I don't teach like a normal teacher would, and that's outside ball 2. I teach a robotics class to 3 third graders and 4th graders. Or not 3rd and 4th graders, 3 and 4-year-olds. And that's popped up, left fielder ranging over a little bit underneath it, and that's 3 away. And Hanwha quickly away. Why is Hanwha so bad? Whew. I don't know if I have enough time to explain all of this. Hanwha is bad for a couple reasons. One, they're young. They're very young. I believe they have the youngest team in the league. Number 2, they change managers all the time. And so I came here in 2014. They don't understand because their English is very, very minimal. But I teach the robotics class to them. Then I teach like a higher level reading comprehension / literature to second graders, and then I have a second group of classes, one some 4-year-olds and one some 5-year-olds, and that's just like basic English. So back to why Hanwha is so bad. They change managers all the time. So when I moved here in 2014, they had a guy, Kim In-young, who was a legendary coach. And then from there, the next year, they had Kim Sung-gun, who was another legendary coach, but was very old school. He ended up getting removed before his contract was over. Moon Dong-ju back out there on the mound for Hanwha. And then after him was a temporary guy, I don't remember. He finished. And then Han Young-duk took over. And that's when they made the playoffs in 2017. But he was fired before in 2020. Jae Won-ho took over, the guy who's the coach now. And then they hired Subaru, who was fired before his contract was over. And that's shot at Noshiwan. Knocks it down, picks it up, throws it, but not in time. That was a shot right at Noshiwan. Hit him in the chest, knocked him backwards as he's grabbing his chest. They may review this, but right now they're checking on Noshiwan, who, that was a absolute bullet. A one hopper off the hard grass, hit him in the left shoulder. For those of you about right here, a little bit more in the chest. We'll say right about here. Hit him in the chest here. And they are going to video replay this to see if he did get him out at first, which is why I haven't added the base runner yet. He's out. Wow. I can't see the bullpens. So I cannot see the bullpen except on foul balls to the third base side. So Hog Young-min is standing at first, and we're going to see. And he is out. What a play. No Shi-wan. Shot. Stayed with it. One scooper. Thank goodness Chae In-sung is over at first, because I don't think the other first baseman that they have would have made that play. Chae In-sung with a great pick at first base. And now we've got Yang Eji back up. 3-run homer in his first at-bats. And looks at ball one. Whoa! Almost hits him with ball two as he spins out of the way and out of the batter's box. Readjusts the helmet and hops back in. So anyway, what I was trying to say before all of that is he just misses inside. Hanwha has changes managers all the time, but they never change their play. They change the manager, and then, you know, a little bit about who's playing and stuff like that. Is you get that gimme over fastball, strike one, 3-1. But they never actually change their style of play. They just keep doing the same thing, but with a different person telling them to do the same thing. And swings at ball 4. Thank you, Yang Eji. They have to. And there's a short. Moon Hyun-bin grabs it, throws over to first, and that's 2 away. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 outs. Min Dong-ju, now it's 9 pitches for this inning. 39 pitches in that first inning, sitting at 9 pitches this inning at 48. As that first pitch is swung and missed by Kim Jae-won. Moon Dong-ju still looking for his very first strikeout of the day. I'm waiting for his first strikeout of the day, and it's going to come at this batter as he chops that to second base. And we will get at the next batter because that is 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down, 2 ground outs, 3 ground outs. And Hanwha will head to the third inning. Down 5-2 as they will flip that lineup back around, and we'll have Chae-in-ho, Peraza, and Noshiwan hitting for Hanwha. As I'm going to try and fix some more. Hanwha doesn't score again. This is the KBO, sir. Moving some stuff around here. All right, we should be coming back, I believe. Again, Chae-in-ho leading things off for Hanwha. Yeah, I mean, all right, I'm gonna touch a button and see if this works. Does that work? And outside, ball 1. Chae-in-ho stepping in, struck out looking in his first at bats. Do I have audio from Chae-in-ho fouls that one off. And first, can of corn into left field, and that is all right. Dave, sounds good. 1 away as Chae-in-ho pops that to left, and we've got 1 away. So Peraza stepping in. Peraza. Peraza looks at strike 1 on the inside. And that's bounced. Ball 2. Welcome back, Dave. All right. Peraza walked in his first at-bat, was stranded at second base. Or, sorry, no, he did score. I forgot about the An Ji-hong 2-out single. And looks at strike 2 on the outside corner. That's going to make... Why is their count saying it should be 2-2? Well, thank you very much. It should be 2-2. I don't know why they're saying it's 1-2. And that's outside. So I guess it's 2-2. Did I miss it? Did I make... Maybe I was calling a replay or something, but... yeah, vertical is definitely for the phone, and Peraza skies that one. Center fielder sticks his hand out, but that is going to remain in play. 2 outs. And, all right, well... yeah, the Peraza, the Genghis Khan song, I believe, something like that. All right, Noshiwan stepping in. He walked in his first at-bats back in the first inning, came around to score on the Ancheon double, keeping his average at 245 so far on the season. Ball one. And misses that one as he nose it and skies it to center fielder, and that's going to be another flyouts. 3 flyouts this inning, 0 hits, 0 runs for Hanwha as we will head to the bottom of the third. Hanwha still behind 5-2. Oh, Hanwha, 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 why must you do this to me, Hanwha? Hanwha, Hanwha, where I Hanwha? Everybody Eagles say huh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody Eagles say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody, everybody, everybody. Everybody Eagles say huh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody Eagles say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody Eagles say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody Eagles. I do love the if now that I'm watching, so I had to change. So if you notice, I have actual earphones, and then I have headphones, and then I have my earphones in, so that my earphones let me listen to what you guys are listening to, but my headphones let me listen to the game because of the whole system setup, so you guys have less delay. But they have a countdown at the top for the actual regular TV. All of the actual channels do it where they play, and then they have a countdown at the top that tells you how much longer you have before you have to get back for the actual game, which I think is absolutely amazing. So that, you're like, oh, I only have 2 seconds left to be back, and there's the first pitch in there for strike one. No, a ball? No way. That was a ball? No. Another pitch that just catches the bottom of so that they have 2 different zones. They have the TV zone that everybody sees, and that first pitch caught the bottom of the TV zone. But it's not the actual official ABS zone, which is all based upon the actual player who's up, and I believe it's like 59% of his height for the top of the zone, and then 24 something percent for the bottom of the zone. All right, and that one's lifted into center, makes 2 crow hops back, and that's going to be 1 away for Moon Dong-ju. Flyouts to center field. That's 3 straight flyouts to the center fielder in this lovely game of baseball that's I am watching, and you guys wish you were watching. Sorry. All right, it's Moon Dong-ju. And fouled straight back. As Kang Seung-ho grounded outs in his first at-bats. One of only 2 players not to reach safely in the first inning for Doosan. And that's up top of the zone at 0-2. And way outside. This is another thing with Hanwha. They really seem to do a lot of is they get ahead 0-2, and then they try to get fancy with it. And that's chopped foul. No. Absolutely not. If there's any bet that I would tell you to make, it's that this game will not end 2-5. If you find anyone that has that bet, please take it. And that's a beautiful pitch. Looking strikeouts. Number 1 on the day for Moon Hyun Bin. As I finally get to give my K's. A beautiful strikeout looking. But Dave is off on the vertical stream and doesn't get to enjoy it. And that misses just at the top of the zone. 1-0. So for those of you that are not in Korea or not familiar with Korea, as that's chopped back, foul, straight back. 1-1. Yeah, but this is the KBO, and the KBO has bullpens, and bullpens are slightly above your beer league softball guys, as that one misses outside. 2-0. I mean, if you think about the game on last week on Tuesday, as the 2-1 pitch it didn't even go, and it didn't really matter because that's a strike right there on the outside corner. So the game on last Tuesday, the Lotte game, ended up at 1-0. Hanwha failed to score, but they went 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. And did he go? He went around. And that's 2 straight strikeouts. And 3 away for Moon Dong-ju as he gets 2 strikeouts to end the 3rd inning. And we will go to the 4th with Hanwha still behind 2-5. Yeah, 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position, and 8 strikeouts. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it wasn't a defensive thing by any means. You know, the hits were not a defensive mistake. Those were just, they were hitting the ball. And it really, says, they're going to try to get 5 innings from him. Right now he's at 63 pitches through 3 innings. So it's not too bad. If he can get 80 to 85 pitches, I think would be good. So his last 2 games, I started to write this earlier, but I ended up not. I always write this. So his game against Lotte last week on Thursday, he went 5 innings through 90 pitches, 54 of them for strikes. But he did give up 10 hits. So very similar to something like today's game. As we will head to the top of the 4th inning here. And Chaehyun Sung going to lead things off for Hanwha and looks at strike 1 down the middle. He should go 7 innings, I would think. He's sitting at, that ball right there was pitch number 56. He has pitched a little bit more. Again, this is his 4th game as Chaehyun Sung lifts that one, and it just goes foul as it hits against just to the right of the foul pole. So his last game against SSG, he went 8 innings through 91 pitches. And the 1-2 pitch way up high. That's the pitch that he actually swung at the first at bat that he had. And that's going to be 2-2. Yeah, I would definitely say there's a couple big ones. And that's going to be a chopper. He's going to try to beat it out. The ground ball to third, and in time, that's going to be one away as he grounds out to third baseman Ha Kyung-min. Doosan is pitching. So Gonjaman or Gonjaman, I don't know. If you look down at the little score bug, the up arrow is pointing up, so it's the top. So Hanwha is up to bat. Okay. An Chi-hong stepping in. He had the 2 outs, 2 RBI double back in the first inning, and looks at ball 1 on the outside. Ball 2. I would say the 2 main rivals would be Doosan and LG because they share the same stadium. That would probably be one of the big ones. As that's in there first strike. The other rival is Doosan and Kia because Kia has the most championships, but Doosan has the second most and have been more successful lately. And that's chopper to short and out. The other one would be Lotte and Kia, and that is more of a historic thing. You could also say Lotte and INSEE, kind of, but INSEE's such a young team. So INSEE plays in Changwon Masan. Changwon Masan used to be Lotte's second league. And Moon Hyun-bin looks at ball 1. So Changwon Masan used to be the home of Lotte's second league. There 4 teams have second league or second team stadiums. As Moon Hyun-bin lifts that, and that's going to be diving, not making the catch at center field, and Moon Hyun-bin is going to turn second round, and he's going to go to third, and in there, sliding feet first, Moon Hyun-bin with a 2-out triple as the diving Jung Soo-bin not able to get that ball, and it rolls all the way up against the wall before the left fielder is able to get over, pick it up, and throw it in just under the glove. And that was an awful slide. He is tired. All right, Lee Jin-young is stepping up. How about a wild pitch here? And that's inside ball 2. You had to say something, man. You said something and boom. And that's in there for a strike. 2-1. He definitely has one of the best a cappella songs. All right, the 2-1 pitch. We'll do, yes, absolutely. And that's inside ball 3. Lee Jin-young, full count strikeout in his first at-bats, and then looks at ball 3 here, 3-1. So Alcantara pitched in 4 games against Hanwha last year and had 33 strikeouts. Now, he is at 69 pitches, which may be a little alarming, and that's going to be ball 4. Take your base, sir. That is the 3rd walk he's given up. So, Alcantara has now thrown 70 pitches. So his last game, he threw 91 pitches. The game before that, Let me get that for you. Against Kia, he threw 109 pitches and 5 points. So all right, EJ1 still looking for his first hit of the season as he looks at ball one on the outside. I still haven't downloaded his music yet, so he's just going to get the generic version. Sorry, EJ1. I will apologize to you next time I see you, sir. And that is crushed. Foul. I was like, there's your first hit. And foul. All right, TJ1. That's in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1. Man, now that I'm watching him pitch, I don't know if he will. Alcantara, foreign pitchers usually can throw 100 to 110 pitches. And right now he's at getting ready for pitch number 78. Hanwha does have some guys that do strike out a lot. And that's inside. Ball 3. Another 3-pitch count, or 3-ball count. Alcantara has 74 pitches now and only 39 strikes. So he's about 50% strikes. Not good for your strikeouts. All right, EJ1, the 3-1 pitch. And that catches the outside corner, making the counts full 3-2. Moon with over 4.5. Oh, do you mean Doosan will strike out 3 more times, or do you mean... I thought you were talking about Alcantara getting 3 more strikeouts. So you're looking at Moon getting 5 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Take your base, sir. And we've got another bases loaded situation for Hanwha. And this is never good. Okay, yeah. 3 more, so 5 total. 6 total. Home run by Lee Do-yoon, who has, I think, 2 home runs in his career. So they are visiting him on the mound. Coach is not coming, so just the interpreter and the Yang Yi-ji here. I actually did witness Lee Do-yoon's very first professional home run. I was in Changwon visiting the game, and they won 1-0 on an Lee Do-yoon home run. Yeah, I remember that game. It's the only time I've been to the Changwon Stadium. All right, Lee Do-yoon, bases juiced for you, sir. Looks at ball 1 in the dirt. Hey, you. And that is ripped up the middle. That's going to score at least 1. They're waving him in. Lee Jin-young does have plenty of speed, and he is in safely. Lee Do-yoon with a 2-out, 2 RBI single as Hanwha cuts the lead to 4-5. right, Chain-Ho, and that hits him. And now the bases are loaded again. And that's going to bring up Peraza. Now, before you get too excited, I need to explain something real quick. Peraza has had a chance with the bases. Oh, there's that same girl from the Kyung games. So the coaching staff is out on the mound to talk to him. Again, so Peraza has been at the is hitting 200 with the bases loaded. 1 for 5, 2 strikeouts, and a double play. You're married, Nick. You're not allowed to say that. Your wife could watch this replay. All right, Peraza. Average is sinking fast. 407. Take it in. Breathe it in. Peraza. Oh. Well, you were just telling me so that you made sure that I saw it. And first pitch swinging, pulls it foul. I have no idea, honestly. Peraza. All right, bases loaded. 0-1. And misses low, ball 1. Naya Jayo. Home run. Is she wearing the same outfit, Nick? I know she's wearing the same uniform. And misses outside ball 2, or sorry, up high ball 2. Just missed. 2-1 to Peraza. I thought she had that last time. I thought that was the undershirt last time. Peraza looks like he's carrying an old 8mm reel. Oh, he goes down, gets it. Get down, get down. No. And make that 1 for 6 with the bases loaded for Peraza. As he does not come through. But Hanwha is able to get 2 more runs on a 2-out RBI single by Lee Do-yoon down at the bottom of the order. And we will take it. 1 hit. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Doosan does not have 6 hits. We need to change that real quick. All right. There we go. All right, Hanwha. Again, that might be all for Alcantara. It definitely could be. 83 pitches, only 43 strikes. So 43 strikes, 40 balls, 5 walks, only 3 strikeouts. One thing he has struggled with is pitching in Jamshil. So last year he pitched in 16 games at Jamshil. And now I'm not talking about home games because remember, Jamshil is shared between Doosan and LG. So he may pitch in Jamshil, but it's an away game. So the games he pitched in Jamshil, 16 games, a 3.53 ERA, 76 Ks, 17 walks, gave up 47 runs. So he did definitely did not pitch well last year in Jamshil. So, see if that is continuing here. But Moon Dong-ju back out on the mound for Hanwha, and that first pitch is way up high. And now I talked about this earlier. Another very, very important part is that now that Moon Dong-ju had a long break where he had to end up sitting for a long time, and that's in there for a strike, 1-1. He had to sit there for a very long time, which means it's always a difficult time to come back in the spring and fall. During the summer, it actually flips, where it's so hot and humid here in Korea that it definitely needs. And that's outside, ball 2. Will Alcantara get 6 strikeouts? No. At this point, he's already thrown 80-something pitches. He's not thrown a lot of strikes. And there's Moon Dong-ju, who way up high, 3-1. You gotta tell me who he is. And that's in there for a strike. We've got a full count here to Kim Dae-han, who singled in his first at-bat, scored 2 runs. All right, the 3-2 pitch. That's up high. Ball 4. Take your base, sir. Today? It's so hard to go extra innings in the KBO just because the bullpens are so bad. All right. Josu Heng. I don't know how many times I want to call him Soju Heng. And we've got our first bunt of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Squaring around a bunt. Now pulls the butt back, but Moon Dong-ju is still sitting in the stretch. And rolls around to the bunt, and that's going to be foul. Thank you for the free strike. Doosan, continue to play like it's 1985. You're up by 1, so what do? You play for 1 run. That sounds like an excellent idea. Whoa. All right, the 0-1 pitch coming up, and that's in there for a strike. 0-2, which means he's now going to have to be swinging. And here comes the strikeout. I got my finger on the button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. I'm ready for the strikeout. Here it comes. I got my mouse ready. I got my finger ready for the strikeouts. Here it comes. That's right up the middle. That's going to be a 4. Flip. Ooh. Shot up the middle. Shortstop goes for it, pulls back. Second baseman ranges over, scoops it with his glove, uses his glove to toss back, but he may have beat it in, as Kim Dae-han does have some speed, and they're going to review it as the call on the field is that he's out. I think they've got to keep it. I don't see how they could overturn this. Yeah, they called him out, so there's no real good angle that shows. They're going to have to match up various angles. That one kind of looks like he got it. I don't know, man. I think they got to keep him out just because I don't see how they could overturn it. Like I could see if he was safe, how they would just keep him safe. But the fact that they called him out on the field, no, it was again, it was a grounder up the middle. The second baseman Moon Dong-ju grabs it and flips it with his glove to second base to Lee Do-yoon. But it's such a close play. They called him out on the play, so there's definitely a runner at first. And they are going to call him out. And again, I think this is a thing where if they would have called him safe on the actual play, that he would have been safe also. No, it was a hit up the middle. So Jo Soo-hang hits the ball up the middle. Moon Dong-ju goes over, scoops it with his glove, and throws the ball to second to get the lead runner. And that's going to bring up Jung Soo-bin as he goes. And that is another stolen base against Hanwha. Not even close. As, again, teams just run all over Hanwha. And Lee Jae-won is definitely a better defensive catcher than Choi Jae-hoon as far as throwing runners out. It was a strike, though, so that's one thing. And the 0-1 pitch. And that's a low ball one. Okay, the 1-1 pitch coming up. Moon Dong-ju on the mound still. Pitch number 75 of the day. And Jung Soo-bin slaps that. Lee Jin-young picks it up, but that's going to score a run as the single scores a run on the stolen base, and Doosan gets one of their runs back, and they've got another runner on. As I talked about this, Moon Dong-ju sat for a really long time, and now he's back out there. And that's always a very, very difficult thing to sit for a long time and then come back out. As Jung Soo-bin will be ending Moon Dong-ju's day. As we will have a pitching change here. And let's see who will be coming in. Wang Jun-seo. My pick for the Rookie of the Year will be making his way to the mound. Wang Jun-seo. He's someone who I would really love to see Hanwha go with a 6-man rotation. I think at this point they have the guys, but they're going to be using Wang Jun-seo in looks like a long reliever role instead. So now what he's going to end up doing is coming into the middle of this game here. Lefty now on the mound, and he's going to be facing the heart of the order, the 2, 3, 4 guys for Doosan. Ha Kyung-min will lead things off for Doosan against Wang Jun-seo. And first pitch, a beautiful but ball, apparently. Wang Junso, 1-0 on the season. He does have one start, 2 games, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. And again, he is 18 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 18 years old. He will be 19 in August. As the second pitch there is fouled out of play. Hog Young-min hitting .357 on the season still. Known more for his defense. Doosan needs to score 10. Only if Hanwha gets to score 11, Hugh. All right, the 1-2 or the 1-1 and misses outside 2-1. And he does struggle a little bit with command, but he still. I really would love to see him as a 6th starter. I would love to see Hanwha go to a 6-man rotation. Okay, you're starting on Tuesdays, you're starting on Wednesdays, you're starting on Thursdays, and just go with that. Okay, it's rained out on Tuesday. Great, you're gonna skip this spot in your rotation. Every Tuesday, you need to be prepared to pitch. Change things out. Let the starters get a little bit more rest in between. Keep them a little fresher. And another stolen base. Jung-Soo Ben is asking for a replay, even though he was safe. A throw from his knees from E.J. Wan and still almost got him. Again, teams just have been absolutely running all over Hanwha. Like it's just ridiculous at this point. There's something that other teams know about Hanwha. And that misses outside ball for the stolen base. Doesn't matter. Oh, Hanwha, 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 why must you break my heart? All right, now is going to bring up Yang E.G. Last time he had runners on first and seconds was a souvenir that he deposited in the left field bleachers. The green seats is what they call them at Jamshil. He did ground out to a 4-3 put out in his last at-bat. Ground out to second would be a lovely 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 double play to end the game as he spins around and not close at second. All right, Yang E.G. looking at his first pitch, Wang Junso, and that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Yang E.G. Always a crowd favorite. All right. Hog Yeon-min, one of the few spectacled players, is they check on him. He did not go. He was able to hold up on that high fastball. And 1-1 is now the count. Yang E.G. Yang E.G. And the 1-1 pitch from the 18-year-old to the veteran, Yang E.G. And outside ball to 2-1. Come on. And here's the pitch. Misses low as Yang E.G. steps over that ball 3 way, way low. Wang Junso putting him really in a big pressure situation right away. You know, he started his first game, pitched extremely well at home, 5 innings, got the win. They had him coming out of the bullpen. He pitched well out of the bullpen, but does struggle with command a little bit. It's putting him into a situation against these guys is something I'm not entirely sure why they're doing it when they have somebody like Itaeyong who could easily be throwing in this situation. A much better choice for me as he lifts that one up, and that's in no man's land as Hanwha looks like they've never played baseball in their entire life, as nobody calls off Moon Hyun Bin, and he doesn't attempt to make the catch, and it falls in between the second baseman and the center fielder. And now the bases are loaded. It just looks awful. He just stopped. Moon Hyun Bin's running out as a second baseman, running out to make that catch, and suddenly just stops. But Lee Jin Young never called him off. The center fielder charging in, and it drops in, and now we've got the bases loaded with a very, very dangerous guy, Kim Jae-won. Kim Jae-won 1 for 2 on the day, a single and then a ground out to second base in his last at bat, but hitting .309 and is always a threat to put one into the stands in fair territory, and looks its ball one on the inside. So confusing. What's the lack of fundamentals? The lack of fundamentals. As they give a warning to Kim Jae-won, the KBO was going to implement the pitch clock this year, but decided that they're not going to implement the pitch clock. And then they decided that they were going to think about it. Yeah. As long as Hanwha gets juice boxes and orange slices after the game, they are happy. And the 2-0 pitch way outside, ball 3, bases loaded, 3-0 counts, walked 1. He's now thrown 3 straight balls here. And that one's get me over fastball at 139 down the middle. I still don't know why he's out there. I like him as a pitcher. I just don't know why he's out there in this situation. And that's rolled over for a foul, making it 3-2. No. No, this is Wang Jun-seo. This is the 18-year-old. This is his first year. They replaced Moon Dong-ju after he gave up an RBI single earlier in this inning. But we've got a 3-2 counts. Bases loaded. Their number 4 hitter, Kim Jae-won, up. And a swing and a miss. That's going to strike him out. And a huge strikeout for Wang Jun-seo. And that's going to bring up Yang Sung-wan, who does also have plenty of power. All right, Wang Jun-seo, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a fly out to center field. Looks at strike 1 in there. Yang Sung-wan, big signing in the offseason. They put the captain, the C on his shirt, on his uniform after the big signing in the offseason, and then he's hitting 175 and swings and a miss on that one. 0-2. Because it's the KBO. All right, the 0-2 pitch. And sit down, sir. Get your popcorn, go back to the dugouts, and take a look like you did it. Strike number 3. He gets out of the bases loaded jam with 2 strikeouts. And they will go to the top of the 5th, down 6-4. But it could be a lot worse. What a huge, huge spot for the 18-year-old rookie. And are they going to bring Alcantara back out for another inning? No, I have to have 500 subscribers to be able to do super chats or anything like that. Yeah. I'm working on it. Slow and steady. I'll get there eventually. I can't believe they got out of it either. I do like that pitcher. I don't like the spot they brought him in. Yeah. They since we're kind of talking about this, a lot of people complain that there's no international broadcasts and people can't watch internationally. What the thing is the problem is the KBO and the Korean broadcast companies don't see any money in it. For the last 2 years, so 2022, 2023, I actually streamed on Africa TV with the game and actually showed the game and offered English play-by-play, but nobody ever watched. That would be amazing, Dylan. That would be amazing. I would be more than ever. They made money on ESPN, but ESPN let me get back into the broadcasting part just a little bit. So Alcantara is back out there, and he's going to face No Shiwan, throws the first one, and that's going to be a ball. But as No Shiwan rips that one, and Jung Subin steps back, comes back forward, and that's going to be one away. So originally ESPN wanted to do the broadcast for free. They wanted to be able to do it for free. They didn't want to pay for the KBO. Yes, I'm watching it live. So what you hear is what is happening. So I have right here is my broadcast as Chaeyeon Sung looks at strike one in there. Yeah, so I'm streaming live. I live here in Korea. Yeah. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you, sir. All right, 233 batting average here for Chaeyeon Sung. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, ground out to third base, and the 1-1 pitch in there for strike number 2. Yeah. And the check swing did not go around, and that's going to make it 2-2. Yeah, I wish there was ways. I really do. No. Alcantara, no way. He's thrown 89 pitches already, and of those 89 pitches, 46 have been strikes, and that's way upstairs, and that's going to be another full counts for Alcantara. This is his fifth full count already of the game here. There's no way he's going 6. He's already at 90 pitches. This is pitch number 91 here on this 3-2 count here. And Chaeyeon Sung lifts that one to center field. Jung Soo-bin ranging back, and that's going to be 2 away. Would allow 5 hits. He's got to. They got to get 2 more hits. He won't go 6. The reason, another reason why he won't go 6 is An Ji-hong steps in here. An Ji-hong 1 for 2 on the day. The main reason why he won't go 6 is because in the KBO, they have a 5th inning stretch, not a 7th inning stretch. So, and An Ji-hong lifts that one, foul and out of play, 1-1. So they have, an extra couple minute break at the end of 5 innings. So, yeah, it's a normal spot for players to be done with. As there's a hit into the gap between center and right, and An Ji-hong is on for a 2 outs hit. You only need 1 more. One more. There's 1. Moon Hyun-bin, who tripled in his last at-bat. False hope. That should be Hanwha's motto. Different us? No. False hope. All right. Moon Hyun-bin. 1 for 2 on the day, grounded out to short in his first at-bats, and then the triple out of the diving Jung Soo-bin in center in his last at. And looks at strike 1. Hold up, Nick. As that one is a ball there. This one? Freedom to fail. All right. And the 2-1 pitch to Moon Hyun-bin lifts that one up in the air, running in under it, and that's going to be 3 away. As we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Hanwha down 6-4. Yeah. One of the things that Hanwha is very, very, very good at is bringing the tying run to the plate. Thank you, Dylan. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow for Game 3. Hopefully, Hanwha will be looking to start themselves a winning streak tomorrow. And we've got another pitching change here for Hanwha as they bring in Park Sang-won, the former closer. Let's see if I get this. No, of course not. Why would it ever want to work correctly? Never, 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 never working right. Never, never, never. All right. Sounds good. And we should be coming back here. Again, Park Sang-won on the mound. Hanwha's former closer. Why is this button not working? Oh, now you go to 1, but you don't go to 0? All right, so Park Sang-won, again, was the closer, really struggled a lot. And so was taken away from the closer role and will be mainly in middle relief, I believe, until he gets something back. In there for a strike, Kang Sung-ho, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout looking in his last at-bat and a ground out 5-4 putouts back in the first inning. And that's going to be at least one as that bounces around the corner and he slowly trots into second base and he's got himself a leadoff double. Hanwha just crushes my dreams over and over, always crushing my dreams. That's no auto-tune, ladies and gentlemen. A free live performance by yours truly on the mic. All right. EJ1 stepping out, giving some signals saying, please don't let him get way off base and steal another base against me because I'm tired of you guys letting people get into scoring position against me. So, Park Sang-won, and here comes a bunt. Show and bunts, brings it back. Park Sang-won spins off and fakes the throw to second base. Park Jun-young, 159 on the season, but unfortunately one of those home runs was a massive home run against Hanwha yesterday. 저세대 유격수 Park Jun-young. The sketchbooks have slowly transformed during Corona time. It was a written sketchbooks, and then now they're printed out, and people take full-on iPads and. All right, show and bunts, and inside ball one. Again, up 2 runs. You got a guy that just lost his closing job, and he comes in. So what do? You get a double, a leadoff double, and now you're going to bunt. Just unbelievable how little I understand about the reasoning behind this. And that's ball 2. Like 2 pitches haven't even been close to the strike zone. So again, you got nothing close to the strike zone yet. You're going to sit here and keep. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything. All right, here it is. The 2-0 pitch. Pulls the bat back, swings, lifts it, skies it. The left fielder underneath it, and he's going to catch it, but that's going to move the runner over to third base. As they do get 1 out, but move the runner over, and that's how you move the runner over. That is how you move the runner over. You try to get a hit and move the runner over. And that's going to bring up Kim Dae-han, who is 1 for 1 on the day. Single, 2 RBIs back in the first inning, and then walked in his last at-bats. And looks at ball 1. Doesn't quite go around. Hitting 200 on the season now with his 1 for 1 performance today. Hanging out with the old Mendoza. And here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Bunts, pops it into the air. Cheon-sung grabs it, throws over to third base, and that's going to be a double play on a pop-out bunt. Thank you for showing us how stupid bunting is. Doosan. Wow. Thank you, Doosan. But that is going to take us to the 5th inning stretch. Hanwha is down 6-4, but I will be back in just a few. And we should be back here as we head to the top of the 6th. Park Jung-soo on the mound for Doosan. All right. Lee Jin-young leading things off after the break here. And looks at strike one down the middle, 139. Will be a little bit of a change here. Good luck, sir. I don't know what any of that means. 8U on U 5.5. I don't. Can you explain that to me? I really have no idea what that means. And the 1-1 pitch way outside. And Park Jung-soo is. So they went from Alcantara, who is a hard throwing righty, averages around 150 on his fastball, to Pak Jung Soo, who is a side armor, as he misses ball 3 on the outside there. So in Korea, they call anybody who is basically below 3/4 is going to be an under armor, is what they call it. As that is skied to right field, back at the warning track, and that's going to be one away. So they call them under armors, but so he's more of a side armor, not quite a submariner. Betting 8% of my budget to have the total of the game finish under for the in-sea game. Okay. All right. EJ1 stepping in, still looking for his first hit of his Hanwha career. Did walk in his last at-bat, though. And the 1-0 in there for a strike. Right down the middle, 140, center, middle. Every possible thing, like hitting it off of a tee. And the 1-1 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. All right. The 1-2 pitch coming up. EJ1 0 for 1, 0 for the 2024 season. And that's skied into center field. Glove up, ranging underneath it, and that's going to be 2 away as he continues his 0 for season. EJ1 came into the game 0 for 9. Did have 4 walks, though. So 0 for 9. He is 0 for 2. I live in Korea, so I can actually watch the games live. All right, the 0-0 pitch as Lee Do-yoon looks at strike 1 in there. Lee Do-yoon is 1 for 2 on the day with a 2-out two RBI single in his last at-bats. And he goes down, gets that one, but just ropes its foul up against the netting behind the Fila section over down the first base line. All right, the 0-2 pitch way outside, and that's going to be 1 and 2. 1-2 pitch, and that misses in the dirt. 2 and 2. And Lee Do-yoon looking for his second hit on the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs. Hanwha down 2. And here it is. And that's going to be grounded to second, over to his right. Picks it up, scoops and throws. That's 3 away, and Hanwha finishes their attempt at winning for the 6th inning. The season, so the regular season ends about September-ish, but then they'll play the makeup games for, they'll play the makeup games that were rained out, and then they'll play the playoffs. But KBO has a ladder style formula. So the 5th place and the 4th place play against each other. Then the winner of that plays against the 3rd place, and then the winner of that plays against the 2nd place, and then the winner of that plays against the 1st place. So if you win the regular season, you're automatically in the Korean series. But they do have to finish before November because there's a big Asian tournament in November. So I would say around the end of October, everything should be done. The regular season, the beginning of October. And that, of course, can all change based on how much how much rain we have here in Korea. All right. We should... why does that keep bouncing like that? Let's see. I'm going to have to... Hanwha will have a new pitcher again, Kim Gyu-yeon, who just came up today to take over for the struggling Kim Bum-soo, who was sent down to the second league. So Kim Gyu-yeon last year, 2.75 ERA, 0-1, 1 save. Pitched okay. Looks like he's got a new number, I believe. But first pitch, and that's just misses low. Jo Soo-hang 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded into a 4-6, put out last inning or last time at bat, but stole a base, and that's a quick shot to Moon Yeon-bin. Scoops it up, throws to first, and 1 away. Making his first appearance of the season here in the KBO. And that's going to flip the lineup back over to Jung Soo-bin, who is 2 for 3 on the day, with 2 singles, an RBI, and a fly out to left. And way outside. Adjust my hat here. There we go. There we go. Much better. Fouled out of play. 1-1. Hanwha, hey, hey. You don't. All right, the 1-1 pitch, Jung Soo-bin with a big choke up way above everybody's head, and that's going to be ball to 2-1. Jung Soo-bin, one of the batters who kind of old school, chokes way up on the bats, and I'm talking about a good 2 to 3 inches up the handle. And years past, it does look like he's changed his bat a little bit as he fouls that one off, because it looks like he used to have the big knob on the end of it, but now he's just got the regular knob, but just leaves the big space. I mean, he's got about about this much space before he gets to the handle from his bottom hand. What do you mean by impressive? So the 2-2 pitch here, and that's slapped foul up against the netting and falls into the bullpens. Do you mean, do I think the hitting or the pitching? Oh, the gap between pitching, no question. Like the pitching gap is so huge. All right. And the 2-2 pitch misses ball 3, and because in the KBO you have one guy that throws 100. Most of them, a fast pitcher is going to throw 95 in the KBO. And the full count 3-2. That's chopped to Cheon-sung, who scoops it up, and that's 2 away. And a part of the reason why, like, if you don't have guys that can throw 100, and so like the MLB, you know, everybody throws 100 at this point, and then you have your secondary pitchers that are also very fast. A lot of guys in the MLB, their changeups are faster than a fastball in the KBO. But here we go. The 0-0 pitch. First pitch swing in. Ha Kyung-min fouls it up in the air, but Cheon-sung under it for out number 3 on the foul pop-up. And quickly, 1, 2, 3, and we will head to the 7th inning. Hanwha down 6-4. You gotta get here sooner, Daniel. You think Doosan blows the lead? I like it. Doosan did send a lot of their good relievers into the game yesterday, as they did win the game yesterday, but they had to come from behind, so it is possible. And there's always Doosan's closer, who is not good at all, and which is crazy because they made a big signing in the offseason, and or not signing, but they had the guy Kim Tae-yeon, who pitched against the MLB, pitched against I believe the Dodgers in the little exhibition games, and everybody was so high on him. They're like, oh, he's so great, he's so great, he's so great. Oh my gosh, he's going to be the best. And he just got destroyed. And he's already been sent down to the second league versus the guy that I said is going to win the KBO Rookie of the Year, Wang Jun-saw, who has been pitching amazing. But we are back. We do have a new pitcher, Lee Byung-hyun. 4.91 ERA on this young season. Lee Byung-hyun. All right. Chae-in-ho is going to lead things off for Hanwha. Where are you at? He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bats. 0 for 2 on the day. And looks at strike one that catches the top outside corner. Wow. Hitting 269 on the season, playing the left field. Hopefully he gets more regular playing time over there in left now, as that one misses outside. Ball 1 and 2, or 1 and 1. Best chance Hanwha has to get their get a run or two back here, as they got their 1-2-3 against the bullpen of Doosan, and that's chopped. First baseman scoops it up, tosses the pitcher, and 1 away. Yeah, wrong button. Da 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 da. All right, here we go. Peraza still looking for his first hit of the series. He's been on base both games with walks, but has yet to reach base via the hits. And looks at strike one, just catches the outside corner. Peraza batting from the right side, as his season averages dropped down to 400, and everybody must be concerned about that. Okay. Peraza, and fouls that one. Rocket down the right field line, and that's going to be strike number 2. Peraza has been hitting hits 500 against lefties. Only 2 home runs, 7 for 14. Let's get that average up there, and that's not even close to the strike zone. All right, well, here we go. No Shiwan finally gets the bat against a left-hander. And looks at 148 in there, down the middle. He's Noshiwan, 4 for 9 against lefties. 3 of his 5 home runs have come against lefties. How about number 6 here, sir? And that misses way up. This is a very hard throwing left-hander for Doosan. And that's way outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Would love to see Noshiwan get a hold of one here. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Very common approach here is they've very many times they've walked Noshiwan to get to Chansung. They used to walk Peraza to get to Chansung when Chansung was batting the 3 spots. But here we got Noshiwan with a 3-1 count. And that's way outside. Ball 4 as Noshiwan will take his base. And the tying run will come to the plate. And again, this has been a recurring strategy by a lot of teams, as honestly, until Chansung can put some stuff together, they're just going to keep doing it. There's no reason for them not to. As looks like we've got another pitching change, because why wouldn't we? And who will be coming in? Park Ji-guk will come in. He is their main reliever who's come in for so many games already. Yeah. How's your NC game doing? 3-1 in the top of the 8th. KT threatening. And Rojas still just killing it for KT. Oh, he's dropped down to 286. All right. Well, Park Byung-ho coming in. Looks like they got a pitching change. Han Jae-sung in for NC. And Park Byung-ho hitting 297 on the season. Alrighty. We should be coming back here very shortly. Hanwha, all of their runs so far have been with 2 outs. Let's make 2 more runs with 2 outs. Park Ji-guk, 9 ERA on the season, has not been very good. And that's first pitch swinging. Chops, third baseman, throws to second. And I didn't even get to play Chaeun Sung's music because that's how quick he was out. And that will take us to the bottom of the 7th. Hanwha still down 6-4. I didn't even get to switch from one page to the next because it was so quick. Well, I guess I'll go back to telling you. Oh, Park Byung-ho with a double play. Pak Byung Ho grounded into an inning-ending double play. A 5-4-3 double play. Wow. That's big time there. We are back to baseball. I'll keep you updated, bro. All right, Kim So-hyun will be coming in for Hanwha here. Another guy, another young arm, lots of ERA 0 on the season, 3 games, 3 and 2/3 innings pitched. He has struggled a little bit with some command, as he has for the last, last year was rookie year. 151. He is a thrower, not a pitcher, guys. He is going to throw hard and throw as hard as he can every single pitch. 151 in there for the first strike. Yang AG looking at it, and Yang AG 2-3 on the day with that big 3-run blast in the first inning. And Kim So-hyun 150 on the gun there, but again, control issues. It really seems like it's like, here, let me throw as hard as I possibly can. And again, way up. It's like, it reminds me of Wild Thing, Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn, which that movie just had its anniversary 2 days ago. And another 148 on the gun, and that's outside. 3-1. Yang Yi-ji is not going to swing. I mean, Kim So-hyun's going to just throw hard, and that's ball 4. Yang Yi-ji didn't even think about swinging as he walks the leadoff batter. I just don't get it. Already 2 outs in that NC game. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Do Tae-hoon stepping up. But here in and Kim So-hyun to Kim Jae-won in there for a strike. Finally throws something, not a strike ball, not a fastball, and gets it across for strike 1. Kim Jae-won 1 for 3 on the day with a single back in the first. Struck out in his last at bats and looks at strike 2 in there. All right. The 0-2 pitch from Kim So-hyun, and that's gonna be a strikeout, as he is going to take a seat on that 3-pitch strikeout. No problem, man. I wish you guys could too. I wish I could broadcast the game and give play-by-play in English, like the ESPN style, but unfortunately, I don't know if that'll ever happen. Every team has the different brand, and that's way outside. So Doosan has Fila uniforms. LG, I believe, has Prospects. Hanwha has Spider. Spider just took over contract with them this year. Lions have Under Armour. Kium has Nike, and that's way outside. So it's kind of like each team has their own brand contracts. Well, Fila is actually a Korean company. So, Korean company bought Fila years ago. Fila is a huge company here in Korea. So the 2-0 pitch. And that swings and spins around, pirouetting, trying out for the Korean version of the Nutcracker with that pirouette. All right, here comes the... Oh, yeah. And just misses low, 3-1. Yeah, Grant Hill. I was a big K-Swiss guy. I didn't play tennis at all, but I loved K-Swisses because they were all white and they just looked so clean. All right, the 3-1 pitch. And that is crushed foul, making sure that the fans up in the upper deck get a souvenir for coming out to the Hanwha game. And a full count here coming up. 3-2 pitch. Young Sung-won is still looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 2 with a walk. Average way below the Mendoza line at this point. And checks over at first, and Yang Iji steps back, trying to think, why are you throwing at me? I'm a catcher. I'm not going to steal anything. I throw runners out. I don't steal bases. All right, the 3-2 pitch, and that hits him right in the back. And, well, if you're going to walk him, at least hit him. That's what I always say starting from now, because I just made it up. Right. He's going to have fun sitting down. We'll just put it that way. Thank you, sir. And give him a visit out on the mound and say, hey, you know, try to throw some strikes here. Reminds me of the Instagram or TikTok or wherever I saw it's where they dub the coach. Are you sure you're not left-handed? Lee Tae-yong warming up in the Hanwha bullpen. And again, Lee Tae-yong is somebody that I think should have been coming in instead of Wang Jun-seo. But again, what do I know? And the first pitch way up high. Again, his fastball has been a ball every single time. So he came in, threw a fastball, a strike, and then 4 straight fastballs, all balls, and then every fastball except for one has been a ball, and that one was a foul. And there he goes. He throws the changeup there, and that's in there for a strike. You know, obviously you can't just sit there and throw changeups, but the fastball is not being commanded at all. And the 1-1 pitch just misses on the outside. And the 2-1 pitch coming up. And that's chopped foul down the third base side. Ball boy runs around from behind the tarp, grabs it, puts it in his little basket. Somebody earlier was talking about the difference between KBO and MLB. As a fan, one of the biggest differences is what they do with the ball. I do not. I used to watch a lot. Oh, the 2-2 pitch, and that swings through that one. That's going to be strikeout number 2 for the 19-year-old. I used to watch a lot of MLB. I used to watch Cardinals game all the time, but the time difference is too much. When I'm working, the MLB's on. I used to work nights here in Korea, so I would watch MLB during the day or listen to the MLB app while I was going for runs and stuff. And but yeah, I don't anymore. And that's in there. I think that's the first strike he's thrown. Non-swinging strike since the very first pitch of the inning. I did go to 3 of the Seoul Series games, as that's way outside. So I saw Kium versus the Dodgers. I saw Team Korea versus the Padres, and then I saw the Dodgers Padres for opening day. And the 1-1 pitch, inside ball 2. Yeah, I surprisingly I live about a half mile from the stadium here. The 3-1 pitch, and that's way outside, ball 3, and they're checking on him, but definitely didn't go. Yeah, but it's still only 2 weeks in, so obviously those averages will come down. And the 3-1 pitch swings through that one, and we've got another full count here. I live about a half mile from the stadium, but I don't walk to the stadium. I actually ride my motorcycle to the stadium because I can park almost right at the entrance, and then it's easy to get on, get off, and as that's chopped No Shiwan, who scoops it up and steps on third base, and that's going to be 3 away, and we will go to the 8th inning. Hanwha still looking to get 2 runs to tie it up. All right, Hanwha. Everything is close. Like, I could go to I've been to every stadium. In 1 year, in 2018, I went to every single stadium. Some of them multiple times. I think there's 72 home games a year, 144 games a year, regular season. I think I went to 90-something games 1 year. So for Daejeon, where I live, it's right in the middle. So the hardest stadium for me to get to is the Changwon Stadium, and that's like an hour and a half, 2-hour train ride, bullet train, and then it's about 4 kilometers, so around 3 miles from the train station to the actual stadium itself. I've walked there a couple times, but usually I just grab a taxi with some other Hanwha fans. Jamshil, where they're playing at, where the picture in the background is, that is right there. So we do have one change. Park Ge-bom is in at second base. An Ji-hong looks at ball 1. Let me get this updated. So second base is going to be and that's in there first strike. And An Cheong chops that pitcher in front, grabs it, throws to first, and one away. Yeah, I mean, it is like, so I went to the exhibition games, and so the last time I was back home was 2017, and I went to 3 games. I went to 2 Royals games and then 1 Cardinals game. As I don't know if that was a strike because they're literally just showing the pitcher. So okay, that was a strike. That was the worst possible view ever. They just showed the pitcher pitching, nobody else from the side. So like you couldn't even see what it was. That was awful. Moon Yun Bin down 0-2. Like, who was in charge of that? Oh my God, that was awful. So the 0-2 pitch, and that's grounded all the way back to the backstop, and 1-2. Yeah, so I was back in 2017, and it was like I went to 2 games, Baltimore versus the Royals, Baltimore versus Kansas City, because I wanted to see Kim Hyun-soo or Kim Hyun-soo play when he was playing for the Orioles. Is that ball 2 goes way outside, but he never ended up playing. And then I went to the Cardinals Red Sox game because I'm a Cardinals fan, and I was just so bored. And not only was I bored, but it was like so expensive. As he fouls that one out of play. Like the 2 Royals games, I never once went to my seat. We just got a seat in the 4th deck, the cheapest seat, $40 to watch the awful Royals. And that's strike 3 as he looks at strike 3. Maybe he went, maybe he didn't, but it looks like it was a strike anyway on the K zone. And yeah, so then the Cardinals game, I went and I sat down at the Cardinals game but yeah. And then when I went to the Soul Series games, it just wasn't the nothing. For $40 to go to the Royals game, you should get to play. And a lot of my friends are from Kansas City, so they talked about how they, oh, you just don't understand the Royal. I'm like, you guys are selling 30% of your stadium out. Like, obviously, it's too expensive. Lee Jin Young lifts that one, giving chase and rights, but catches it and slams up against the wall. The last game I went to before I moved to Korea, I went to see the Red Sox versus the Mariners in Fenway. Good, I wanted to go to Fenway, so I saw the Mariners versus Red Sox in 2013. Ended up going 17 innings. So not only did it go 17 innings, we ended up not being able to get the train back to where our hotel was. So then we had to take I've seen so many bad Hanwha things that it would take a lot to get me to rage quit. But yeah, 17 innings. And yeah, The worst is, so in the MLB, they quit selling beer at the seventh inning, but in the KBO, they don't stop selling until the game is over. Like you can buy beer until the last out. So Ite Young on the mound now for Hanwha as he comes in a situation where I don't know why he's coming in. Yeah, still max of 12 innings. The very first game I ever went to was actually a 12-inning game. And that is strike two. But it doesn't, like, kind of in the KBO is that misses ball one down low. The Twins are playing. But they are winning 4-3 against the Tigers. And the just a sec, with a 1-2 pitch swings through that, but he's not able to hold on to it. And we will reset for another 1-2. No problem, man. KT, we got a 2-3 game going on with runners on second and third, or first and second, and 2 outs. You are sitting there on the brink, Mr. Pro Wager, and Itaeyang way up high. So the biggest thing about the KBO is, you have home team sides and away team sides. So, and that misses ball 3, another full count. It misses, so you have both teams at the same stadium. And the thing is oftentimes, you're friends with team players or fans from other teams and things like that. And swings and fouls. That's one up into the, just short of the fourth deck as it hits against the plexiglass in front of the fourth deck and bounces down into the third. But yeah, so like you go out after the games and you very, very, very communal type of thing as he grounds it to Noshiwan. The throw over to first and 1 away. What happened there? Why are they on second and third? Wild pitch moves him to second and third. All right. Way up high. Ball 1. 1-0. Josu Heng. 0 for 3 on the day. Stolen base after he grounded into a ball 2. 4-6 put out that he beat out the double play, but ended up stealing a base. The Itaeyang 11th pitch so far this inning, 2-0 on this count. And that's a beautiful pitch in there for a strike. And they kept it at 5, Mr. Pro Wager. Ball 3, 3-1. 2-3. Yeah, congratulations, Pro Wager. You now get to just watch the rest of this stream with a happy, happy face. The 3-1 pitch, and that's lifted into right. Peraza giving a chase forward underneath it, and that's 2 away. All right, Jung Soo Bin will be the third batter of the inning here against Itaeyang. I believe so. So late wiper, you're in the vertical stream. If you go to the horizontal stream, there's a lot more people, and there's a lot of guys that would be able to answer that's way better for you than I can, as that's in there for strike 1. So Late Wiper, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see two different streams. As that one's up high. If you go to the horizontal one, a lot more people can answer that very, very specific question for you because I don't really know that well. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and that's slapped into left field for another single for Jung Soo Bin, and they've got one runner on with 2 outs, as that's his 3rd single of the day. Come on now. All right, Jung Soo Bin is always a threat to steal. He does have I think he had a stolen base today, but maybe I didn't mark it. Ha Kyung-min, 1 for 3 on the day with a single, a walk, and ground out, and a pop fly in foul territory to Chaeun Sung. Looks at ball 1 to start it off. All right, the 1-0 pitch, Lee Tae-yong to Ha Kyung-min. Checks over at first, sliding back, but in there in time. All right, the 1-0 pitch. And back over, checking on him. Under 8-5. Well, you're in the 8th inning. 7 game. If LG came back on that. All right, here we go. The 1-0 pitch. Once again. And he goes in there for another stolen base against Hanwha, as they continue to just absolutely make the catchers look awful in this game. And I mean, this season. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Hanwha catchers cannot throw anybody out. And on top of that, Hanwha cannot steal any bases. Like, I don't know what they did in the offseason, but checking it, and welcome, Late Wiper. These are the guys to help you out, man. And that's chopped foul, making it 1-2. Yeah. So, guys, he's asking, the money line just means that team has to win, right? All right, I know there's like 7 guys in here that will easily answer that question. And that's outside, 2-2. There we go. All right, the 2-2 pitch, bottom of the 8th here. Number 2 batter steps off. So, Lee Tae-yong used to be number 22. Hanwha down by 2. 2 balls, 2 strike. Runner on second, 2 outs, 20 pitches. And that's chopped to shorts, misses it. Jung Soo Bin is going to round third, going to go home. Chaeun Ho not going to try and throw him out at the plate. And the Bears score another run to make it 7-4. And once again, the stolen base is something that leads to another run against Hanwha. The amount of times this year I have already lost count. Unfortunately, no, John. in order to watch them, you have to be in Korea. But Yang Iji stepping in. He is 2 for 3 on the day with a 3-run homer back in the first, a ground out, the walk, and a single. Average sitting at 300 on the day. Yeah, so starting this year, there's a new company that has the rights, so you cannot watch them legally outside of Korea, as that's in there for a strike. Strike 2. 0-2. All right, and we'll see if he runs here on this 0-2 pitch as he checks over on him easily back in time. Lee Tae-yong, pitch number 24 here of this inning. Oh, what? That would make me way too happy, Prize Ring. All right, that's ball 1, 1-2. All right, here he goes. Here's the pitch right here. 1-2, the pitch, and that's lifted. Peraza taking a few steps back, and that's going to be 3 away, but they expand their lead to 4-7 as... Whoop, wrong button. Oh, Hanwha. Why must you always do this to me? No, he won't. They'll never fire him. His best friend is the GM. If he gets fired, the GM's gonna get a divorce. You know, Prize Ring, you know that whole the GM and the manager for Hanwha are like best friends, and their wives are cousins. Their wives are ex-pro golfers, and yeah, it's a big huge nepotism thing. Yeah, so the manager was in the GM's wedding, and that at the wedding, the manager met his wife, who is cousins with the GM's wife. So yeah. Oh, Bimby. Oh. All right. They will be bringing out the 6.75 ERA, having 4 saves somehow closer for Doosan. He pitched yesterday and did not pitch well. So hopefully he pitches again. Kim Kang-min will be making his first at-bats, pinch hitting for EJ1 as he looks at strike 1 in there as I'm trying to get this stuff set up. Jung Chal-wan on and looks at ball 1. I don't even know if I have his music. Rally caps. And that's ripped down the line, but it's foul. Do I even have his music anymore? I do. This was one of their big acquisitions in the offseason, a guy that made his debut in 2006. As he looks at the ball to 2-2. There is some more changes here. Again, EJ Wan is no longer batting. And that misses up high, ball 4. We've got a full count for the leadoff batter here in the ninth. All right, and that is gonna miss. Ball 4, take your base, sir. And a leadoff walk for Kim Kang-min. Are they gonna keep him in though? No, touches first, and I guess they're going to keep him in. Wow, I'm actually a little surprised here. So up next is going to be Lee Do-yoon. They pinch hit for him the other day in a very crucial situation. First pitch swinging, pops it up. First baseman under it, and that's 1 away. When I don't even get... All right. I will see you tomorrow, Pro Wager. Congratulations on the win. Hopefully, you don't get the est. Let's see. Pop Fly 3. So, Tae-in-ho should be coming up. They just keep showing replays, so I don't actually know what's going on. There we go. Finally there. All right, Tae-in-ho, and first pitch swinging 2, fouls that one out of play, and that's going to be strike 1. Have a good one. Yeah, you can ask all you want. I can't give any professional opinions or professional knowledge, but I'll do my best. No problem. I'm trying to give the experience, the KBO experience to everyone else. Hopefully they'll understand how much people outside of Korea want to watch. All right, the 1-1 pitch coming up. Fouled back and out of play, keeping it 1-2. All right, we got the 1-2 pitch coming up. Jung Chul-won, 10 pitches already this inning. Pitch number 11 here. Kim Kang-min over on first, and that's fouled back, keeping it at 1-2, back against the screen behind home plate. All right, Hanwha. Alcantara, 98 pitches, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks, 4 earned runs, but he is in line for the victory. And he definitely wins, and that's 2 away. Hanwha down to their final outs, and they will bring Peraza to the mound, or to the plate. Okay. Peraza, Peraza, all right, that one is crushed all the way to center field and caught. And that will be the end of the game. Hanwha loses their 5th straight game. Yeah, it was like 5 feet in front of the warning track. It wasn't even close. All right, well, Hanwha loses another one. Hanwha falls to 8 6-7, and Doosan goes up to 7-9 on the young season. Hanwha went from first, and they will drop out of playoff contention at this point, as maybe not. But Hanwha loses again, out hit again. Big situation, all 4 of their RBIs were with 2 outs. They had a couple of chances, but they had the bases loaded and flyouts. Again, their batting average with bases loaded has got to be one of the worst I've ever seen. At this point, and Peraza once again goes hitless. He is not gotten a hit yet. He has walked both days, but he is 0 for 8 against Doosan. Did they get walked off? Oh, it's still the 8th. All right. So, yeah, another disappointing starts from the Hanwha starters. Yesterday Sanchez pitched 5 innings, pitched okay, but if you go back to Sunday, Kim Min-woo 7 innings, but shouldn't have been out there for the 7th inning. The game before that, Pena went 3 innings. The game before that, Ryu Hyun-jin went 4.1 innings. The game on Thursday, Moon Dong-ju was only able to go 5 innings, but gave up 10 hits. Take care, man. So, yeah. All right. Hanwha loses again, 5th straight loss. They went from first, and again, they're going to fall out of the playoff spots. It's only week 3, so it's not really that big of a deal. But pretty much, I would say all of the expectations that were there after the spring, and then the getting into your first couple weeks of baseball are gone. All weekend will be sold outs. Tomorrow is sold out, or pretty close to being sold outs. But yeah, Hanwha falls again. They just didn't have it, and they still have yet to show me that they can beat an ace. They are 0 for 3 this year against the aces of teams. They just have not been able to get them. And, they did, basically they haven't shown that they have the ability to hit against left-handers or against aces. And unfortunately, tomorrow is Brandon will be pitching for Doosan, who is a left-handed ace. So they could easily be swept again tomorrow. And that would be 6 straight and 3 straight sweeps if they can't get the win tomorrow. But thank you guys. Thank you for checking in on the stream. All of those that subscribed and liked, thank you very much. Hopefully we can get this going so that they will decide to create an international stream the next time things are up for bids. So until next time, thank you guys.